I'm Phil Nee for WRCO Sports. High school volleyball over the weekend. It was Division 5 action that saw Sheboygan Christian defeat Barneveld on Saturday night and advance to state. And Columbus Catholic defeated Royal, the team that had defeated Ithaca on Thursday night. 3-0, the final at Almond Bancroft on Saturday night. Division 4, Mineral Point over Fall Creek, 3-0. And Aquinas was a winner over Laconia, 3-2 as well in Division 3. Holman advanced to state in Division 1 with a 5-set match win over Verona. The WIAA State Volleyball Tournament gets underway with Division 5 semifinals on Thursday morning. Columbus Catholic plays Newman Catholic, and Eau Claire Emmanuel will play Sheboygan Christian as well to begin that morning session. Also, action coming up in the afternoon will feature the Division 1 quarterfinal matches. And also action continues on Friday and the championships on Saturday at the Resch Center in Green Bay. WIAA Cross Country State Meet was held over the weekend. This year, Dodgeville Mineral Point was moved to Division 1 for its girls team. Ellie Robinson finished 5th, and Annie Robinson was 22nd. Other girls' team scores, the Lancaster girls finished 4th in the state in Division 2. Maddie Driscoll was their top runner, finishing 6th overall. And in Division 2 elsewhere, it was Boscobel's Nora Gilson finishing 16th. Mauston's Alexis Smith was 33rd. Alea Schwem of Viroqua was 37th. River Valley's Brielle Grant was at state this year. The sophomore runner finished out at 86th. And Grace Fretz of Richland Center Ithaca finished 92nd in Division 2. Division 3 action, it was Westby finishing 3rd as a team, and Darlington was 6th. Elizabeth Curtis, Westby's top runner, who was 8th overall. Adelaide Burgett was 7th for Darlington in the state. And other Division 3 runners, Royal Waniwak Center's Katie Field was 14th. Fenimore's Natalie Horsfall was 21st. And Kylie Mumm 29th on the day. Well, turning to the boys' action, Division 2, Dodgeville Mineral Point was 3rd as a team. Lane Orritt finished 5th. Also, it was Ethan Hook, Johnny Robinson, and Cody Yoder finishing all in the top 30 for Dodge Point. Mauston was the 4th place team. For boy runners, Richland Center Ithaca's Ryan Stadler was 61st overall. His time was 17:24. And also, the other Richland Center Ithaca runner was Clayton Lee, and he was 98th overall and a time of 17:59. In Division 3, it was Boscobel's boys team finishing 11th. Bodie Bright, their top runner, finishing 24th. Graydon Richter was 44th. Tyler Miller, 57th. And Ashton Udelhoven was 65th. Iowa Grant was the 12th place team. They were led by Brett Connolly, who was 17th. Cuba City's Noah Wood was 55th. And from Wazeeka Steuben, Brett Wagner finished 60th at the meet. WIAA Level 3 football is coming up for this weekend for 11-player games. Johnson Creek will play at Kenosha St. Joseph. Johnson Creek defeated Ithaca on Friday night 31-21. Potosi Castle advances after a win 55-0 over Cochrane Fountain City. River Ridge was a winner 27-0 over Bangor. That sets up a River Ridge Potosi Castleville meeting this coming Friday night. Also in Level 3, Lancaster will host Belleville in Division 6. Division 5, Prairie du Chien hosts Milwaukee Academy of Science. Columbus is at Aquinas in Division 4. In Division 3, it is Mount Horeb Barneveld at Catholic Memorial. 8-player football this weekend. Highland, after their 35-0 win over North Crawford, will play at Stanley Boyd High School. That's coming up on Friday night at 7. They'll be facing Owen Withy, which defeated McDonald Central Catholic. Youth bowling scores from over the weekend. The girls' high series, Jocelyn Adams of 416. She had a 147 high game. Boys' high series, Trayton Shep a 654. Caden Keller a 629. Kyle Schettinger with a 570. Top game, Trayton Shep a 258. Darren Kepler a 244. Kyle Schettinger with a 224 in youth bowling from over the weekend. Well, the Packers lost the game yesterday. A pick six by Detroit defensive back Kirby Joseph just before halftime put the Packers in a hole they couldn't get out of. The Lions held on for a 24-14 win, taking control of the NFC North. Green Bay outgained the visitors 411 yards to 261, but never threatened after that. Josh Jacobs carried 13 times for 95 yards in the game.
Yeah, man, a lot of self-inflicted wounds, a lot of momentum killers, a lot of drive killers, and that's just on us, man. I feel like, we've been getting away with a lot of it because we've been kind of masking it with the wins. But when you play a good team, man, all the little things catch up to you.
Also yesterday, Jaden Reed caught 5 passes for 113 yards. Emmanuel Wilson scored the Packers' only touchdown in the fourth period. Green Bay has a bye coming up, then meets the Bears November 17th. Elsewhere, Demarcus Robinson made a one-handed 39-yard touchdown reception in overtime, and the Rams stunned the Seahawks 26-20. With the Rams needing only a field goal, Matthew Stafford went for the win by throwing a deep ball to Robinson, who was well covered by cornerback Rick Woolen. With his one hand free, Robinson grabbed the ball in the end zone and secured it as he fell to the turf. Dallas Cowboy quarterback Dak Prescott will have an MRI today to determine the severity of a hamstring injury that forced him to leave Sunday's loss at Atlanta. The Cowboys lost their third straight and fell to 3-5. Sam Darnold overcame 4 sacks and 3 turnovers by throwing 3 second-half touchdown passes, and the Minnesota defense made Indianapolis quarterback Joe Flacco's return to the starting role a rough one as the Vikings beat the Colts 21-13. The Badgers suffered a big loss on Saturday night. Here's Coach Luke Fickell with his comments about the game.
Well, there's not a whole lot that words can say to explain, how I feel. Just the same kind of thing he said in the locker room. It's really, really tough to put it to words right now. We're going to have to pick ourselves up. We're going to have to move forward, and we're going to have to find a way to make sure we're better. November is for a time when you got to find out what you're made of, and that's not a good showing for what it is that we're made of.
After the Badgers' idle week, they'll welcome the number 1 Oregon Ducks to Camp Randall on November 16th. The state's top 2 men's college basketball programs open the regular season tonight. Guard Cam Jones leads Marquette as it hosts Stony Brook at the Fiserv Forum. The Golden Eagles are coming off a 27-10 season that ended in the Sweet 16. Holy Cross visits Wisconsin Badgers at the Kohl Center in the other matchup tonight. The Badgers have a lot of new faces as they start the season with 5 straight games at the Kohl Center. And the names of the 2 Brewers included on the list of 2024 Gold Glove Award winners in the National League. Second baseman Bryce Terang led all of Major League Baseball in defensive runs saved.
It's awesome. It's super cool, going to Arizona in the offseason and working with Sal in the infield for him to go back out to right and win the Gold Glove is really cool. It's always fun seeing a ball go over my head and see Sal making some crazy catch or jumping into the wall and catching it, and I'm happy for him. But yeah, it's very cool.
That's Bryce Terang, and here is Sal Frelick, who will be honored as well as he used his speed and strong arm to lead the field and win a Gold Glove.
It's definitely cool. It's an honor, a little surreal still, and obviously I think even cooler to do it, with Bryce. Just watching him put in the work he did, obviously so deserving, but been playing with him for the past few years, and to play with him in the minors and then now teammates with him, it's kind of cool to see him develop right next to him.
I'm Phil Nee for WRCO Sports.